Okay, sorry. Here we go. Number 18. So this is just finishing up practice test 10, 18 through 20. 18 looks like this. Evaluate negative y to the third plus x next to a parenthesis, y minus x, parenthesis, plus absolute value of x plus y. And it gives us x and y. X is -3, y is -4. So first thing we're going to do is put these in. And when you're dealing with negative numbers, you should definitely put them in parentheses. Okay, so we have negative, y is -4, so parenthesis -4 all to the third power plus parenthesis -3 times parenthesis -4 minus parenthesis -3 parenthesis plus absolute value of parenthesis -3 plus parenthesis -4. Okay, now we're gonna do our parentheses first. And this is a parenthesis, and really this is a parenthesis. We're making that 3 negative, so but we're just gonna leave it in that parenthesis. And this is actually a parenthesis as well. Okay, so we're just gonna, I know we want to do that, but we're gonna just let that slide for a second, following our order of operations. So if this is -4 minus -3, this is actually -4 plus +3, so that's just times a -1 plus absolute value of -7, right? Okay, so now at this point I'm gonna do my exponents, but I'll also just simplify that as well. Don't do too many steps in your head, it's gonna get crazy. So this negative sign gets carried down, we're not doing that yet. So this is -4 times itself 3 times. So that's a -64. So -64. Plus -3, we're not doing multiplication yet, so don't worry about that. And then this is just 7, right? Because the absolute value of something takes away the negative if it's a negative. If it's already a positive, then just keep it positive. Now we're going to do multiplication. So this is where negating negatives, that would fall under that step. Okay, so we have 64 plus -3 times -1 is a +3 plus +7. So you end up with a nice 74. Okay, lots of opportunities to mess that up. So be careful, go slow. All right, number 19. Okay, so we got this little capsule here. Some dimensions. I think what's cool about this is we could just cut these ends off, put the circle together to make one circle. But that's going to confuse you. If I was finding the area, that would be what I would do. So it'd be like 30 plus 9 pi, right? But this is perimeter. So we don't want to include this part. So perimeter is just the 2 5s, right? You're not going to include this because this is not the outside. It's not the outside, so it's not the perimeter. But you do want this circle, the whole circle. So that's basically 6 pi, right? Because circumference equals pi times diameter. The diameter of this circle would have been 6 if it was a full circle. So then to find the perimeter, it's half that, but look, there's the other half right over there. So you can still include all of that circles per circumference. All right, everyone understand why it's 6 pi? Okay, so then you get 10 plus, what is that? 18.42 or something? What is it? Okay. 18.84, so you get 28.84 approximately. Whenever you use 3.14, do the squigglies, because it's just an approximation. Whenever you round, do the squigglies. All right, and then what's our units? Kilometers. Oh, that's a really big capsule. Okay, so there's 19. Let's do 20. Finding the volume. Okay, volume is just area of base times the height. You don't have to worry about surface area, finding the area, the top and the bottom, and then the lateral area, which is perimeter times height. You don't have to do any of that. You just have to find the area of that bottom there, that weird backwards L shape, and then multiply by 14, which is the height of the prism. Okay, so let's do that. Area of base, so that's going to be, let's see, let's just draw it here. If I went like this, called that 3 times 14, that's just 42. And then what am I left with? A 9 by 5, right? 45. And then the height is 14. So this is just 42 plus 45 is 87 times 14. All right, what'd you guys get? 870 plus something. What'd you guys get for that? Do you have an answer? Do I have to do the math? I guess I will. 84 times 14, or no, 87 times 14. Of 18. And centimeters. So cubic centimeters, don't forget cubic centimeters. All right, does that feel all right? Okay, awesome. Good question. So you measure volume in cubes. So it's basically how many cubes can you fit inside of there? Square area, yep. And because that's how many squares you can fit on a flat surface. It doesn't make sense to fit cubes on a flat surface, or cubes in or squares in a space, because squares don't take up space, right? So we measure in cubes. Okay, great question. All right, so let me find myself. There I am. Okay, so I'm going to stop this. Those of you online, I think you're listening now. You can start the test if you haven't started it already. Try to get her done as soon as you can. It's not due until Thursday, but get started on it. And if you have questions, message me and maybe I can help. Okay, have a good Christmas. Bye.